Gangsta no live in a tenement yard, no. Rude boy no live in a tenement yard. Too much watch it, too much so. Watch it, too much so.
Hi everybody, it's Joss. Welcome to my channel once again. Thank you for coming. Today we're going to be doing a highlight routine 101 basics, and I'm going to show you what I do for my foundation routine whenever I really want a full coverage look. I'm going to be using quite a few products, so bear with me because this is a very full coverage look. If you're interested in seeing how I achieved it, then please keep on watching. So I've already primed my face, applied my foundation, and filled in my brows off camera. I use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Stick Foundation, and this is the color Cool Golden. You can get this at Sephora or Ulta, and it's about $25. And for my brows, I filled in with the Anastasia Brow Wiz, and this is the color Dark Brown, and it has a little spoolie on one side, and then you have the pencil. And the good thing about the pencil is that it's retractable, so if you pull out too much, you can put it back in. There we go. And I just use some concealer to clean it up underneath my eyes, and I use the Anastasia Beverly Hills concealer in 3.5. Alright, so now we're going to get into the highlight and contour, the in-depth tutorial part about it. I'm going to tell you guys what products I use and why I use them. So, to use for my contour and a little bit of my highlight as well, I'm going to use this custom palette I made myself by Black Opal. So what I did was take some of their stick foundations, depot them, and put them in this little container thing I got from the Container Store. And it's really good for those of you who are makeup artists that travel and want your kit to not have a bunch of stick things just sitting there. Black Opal foundation is really good, especially the foundation sticks are really good for contouring for women of color. The only thing is that it's not sold in every single Walmart like Maybelline, CoverGirl, even NYX and Elf are sold pretty much in every Target and Walmart now. So you're gonna have to go and look around for one of your stores, and it might not be right down the street. You might have to drive a little bit, but they're worth it if you're a woman of color and want to use these foundations for contouring. I'm going to use this shade right here to contour my face today, and this is the shade Hazelnut. So that's going to be what I put around the perimeter of my face and in my cheekbones, underneath my chin, and down the bridge of my nose. Anytime I contour my face, whether it's with cream product, powder, or both, I always like to start off with the cheekbones and the chin or the jawline area, because if you go in on your forehead area around the perimeter of your hairline first, then you may end up picking up some hair product, be it gel or edge control, and that could cause breakouts on your face, and you don't want that. So if you are acne prone like me, then I would recommend using this tip. Next, I'm going to go in with these two shades right here, and this one right here is Kalahari Sand, and then the next one is Truly Topaz. So I'm going to mix those two just because my summer color, I'm a bit dark right now, which I'm loving, and mix them to go underneath my eyes just to give a little bit more coverage and a little bit more of, I guess, my skin tone before I go on with my concealer, which is going to be kind of bright. And the reason why I do that is just so that if I put on a concealer that's too light for me, it's more forgiving if I have something underneath it that blends it more to be more of my skin tone, because I never like to go around with the ghost face looking crazy whenever I do my highlight and contour. Some people like a really bright contour and a really bright highlight, but I just don't. Okay, so now I'm going in with the Anastasia concealer, and I'm going to keep it more concentrated towards the center part of my face rather than bringing it all the way down and out, because you want to always give that gradient effect, like the ombre effect. It's getting darker towards the outer part of your face and gets lighter towards the inner part of your face, like my friend says, to that glow within. And before I go in and blend everything with my beauty blenders, this part is completely optional, but I like to go in with the concealers or the foundation sticks, I guess in this case, and sharpen up the contour by putting a little bit of the lighter color right underneath the contour, which basically creates more of a contrast. So it makes it look more drastic or more dramatic. This is if you're like going to the club and you want everybody in the club to see your contour and your highlight. And that's what we're going for because I'm going out tonight. I really am going home. Alright. So now I'm going to go in and blend my contour first. I pretty much have one eye blended already, one under eye area, and I blended my chin. But basically, I just take a damp beauty blender, you run under the water. Y'all watch YouTube videos. If you're watching this, you've already seen this. Run under water, squeeze it out, and then you tap it gently underneath your eyes, or you tap it gently against the concealer just to blend it out. So you see this side versus this side. The reason why I like to do my eyebrows first with this is because I can bring up the concealer up here instead, and that way if I would have had makeup on my eyes, it would have been harder, versus I can just do this a lot more quickly because I don't care if I'm messing up it, because I'm not messing up anything. Okay, so you're just gonna blend underneath and make sure it doesn't go in too far on your nose. When you're blending, don't bring it all the way across your nose. You stop because you want to have some darkness on the sides of your nose to create a contour. And when you're coming out here, you don't want to blend it all the way to your hairline because that's going to look unnatural. So you make sure that you keep the concealer in here, like where the eyebrow meets right here on your jaw, where the eyebrow meets and your cheekbone is, that's where your concealer should stop. It should not go any further than here. Some people make that mistake though. You don't want to set your face ever at all unless it's completely blended. Well, you can set the highlighted areas first and then go in and do your contour. You can do it in whatever order you want. I'm just doing it like this on this video for instructional purposes because I probably would have already contoured my face. I normally do this in the car. Don't be like me. But once you get your concealer blended the way that you want, you set it with a setting powder. And once you get your cream contour blended to a certain point, you can set it with a contour powder. They have plenty of kits out there. I'm gonna show you which ones I like to use. I change out my setting powder sometimes, but this is my favorite contour kit of all time. Boom. It is the Black Radiance True Complexion Contour Palette. And this is a palette that caters towards women of color. Other races can use it if they want. I don't know, unless she tans a lot. I don't know any white girls that really want to use this one. But it says light to medium, so I've used this on some of my Hispanic clients. I've used this on pretty much I use it on pretty much anyone if their skin tone is deep enough. But I love this one. These setting powders can set any skin tone range from Christina Aguilera all the way up until, I would say, who can we say? Maybe Oprah Winfrey or Iman, somebody who's deep but not too deep. And I'll tell you why. I see a lot of really dark skinned girls using the Sasha Buttercup. I don't play that. This is too light. It will make them look ashy. Okay, so I had to go ahead and set my face off camera because the camera died. Shout out to Visuals by Dre. I had to, I'm sorry. But okay, so I'm gonna go in and contour my face. Now for everywhere else other than the sides of my nose, I'm going to use that contour palette that I mentioned. And for my setting powder, I use the Sasha Buttercup. I use that one on myself today because it's summertime. Like I said, I am getting a bit darker. I like to use that one because it provides more of a natural look. Okay, so for my nose contour, I'm going to use MAC Studio Fix powder, and it's in the color C7. And the reason why I use a lighter contour for the sides of my nose, it's because it looks more believable. It doesn't look as harsh. You never want to use the same powder you use for this for the nose. I'm just taking this 217 brush by MAC. See, that even looks kind of harsh right there. So if you're using Blunt by MAC to contour your jaws and your cheekbones and carve those out, and you're using that on your nose, stop. Now also like to bring this. Now, if you're not going to do a full foundation look, or even if you are, this is something I like to do. It's a great transition color. Just bring that in the crease of my eyes right here in that little eyeball socket, and just blend all the way to the bridge part of my nose, back in, and do the same thing over here. On other days, I would probably do a full out look, but for today's look, I'm just going to do this and then put some lashes on, mascara and lashes, right? So before I go in and contour, I am going to sweep away some of the excess powder on my face underneath my contour line right here and right here. Right around my face. I'm gonna leave this under here because it's not necessarily baking, because I didn't put a bunch of powder under there, but I did put enough under there to let it sit and soak in, because like I said, I am ashy, oily. Alright, so take this and my BH Cosmetics brush and the contour. You want to get the angle one. This is from a BH Cosmetics set. I got it like 3 years ago, so I don't know which one. I'm going to take this shade right here and contour my underneath here, everywhere pretty much that is darker. How it look, Andre? It look good. And when blending your contour, you want to make sure it goes all the way up to your ear. You don't want it to just start right here. You want to blend it all the way in like it's supposed to look like it's there. Okay, so off camera, I applied some mascara and put on some lashes, and I also went in with my contour powder for the nose and kind of blended it out, and I'll show you what I did. So I went in and just to make the highlight and the contour up here to blend more, I kind of put this in between to transition it a little better. And this is foundation powder. I would say I would use it for my actual skin tone on a regular day if I didn't have time to do a highlight contour routine. So this face powder is like my face powder, if that makes sense. So now I'm going to go in with the highlighter. So I'm going to use the Bobbi Brown, and this is Bronze Glow highlighting powder by Bobbi Brown. I'm going to put that on the tip of my nose. I already have some in the inner tear ducts of my eyes. I'm going to put it on the high point of my cheekbones, my Cupid's bow, and I think that's it, yeah. But down the bridge of my nose for sure too. So we're gonna start here. And I like to do a little exclamation point. So I put some up here, and then I only put on the tip of the nose so I don't go all the way down, because that'll make your nose look a little too long. And I use this, my Cupid's bow right here. And then I'll get my brush. I'm not going to use a fan brush. I personally like using this brush right here. Where'd it go? And I don't even think it's used. I don't think normal people use it for highlighting, but I do. Where is it? What's it out? Oh, this right here. I think this is a eyeshadow brush for some reason, or some people use for other stuff, but I like to use it for my highlight. Out a little bit. Alright, and put a little bit of blush on. I'm gonna use this. This is from a discontinued collection from MAC. So blush just brings together, like I did with that transition shade up here, blush will bring together your contour and your highlight. Alright, I'm going to put on a nice nude lip and then we should be able to call it a day. So I went in and put on my nude lip. I wouldn't call this nude, that's kind of a neutral, natural lip. But yeah, this is the whole look pulled together. My face is, as they would say, beat or slayed or whatever you want to call it. I know it's kind of whack. People are kind of not saying any of that anymore. But this is a full coverage look. Flawless foundation, highlight, contour routine. You can use this if you're going out or if you have a really special occasion, a wedding. And then the beautiful thing is about the lashes, it spices up the look, but you don't have to put on any eyeshadow. So I hope you liked the look. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, comment anything that you want to see for the next time, and I hope you guys have a great day.